today we have brought a movie for you. Its name is Two Blue Stripes. This is the story of a boy and a girl going through adolescence who one day come so close in the snatch of mobile that between them all the boundaries are broken and the trouble comes when, after a few weeks, the girl's pregnancy test comes positive. Friends, the story begins. In a school class, both Dara and Bima study in the same class. There is a lot of difference between them. There is such good chemistry that the entire class suspects an affair between them. Now it's a matter of one day. After school is over, Dara takes Bima to her house. Her father owns a restaurant and her mother also works. In such a situation, there is no one at home at that time, so she brings Bima to her room there. They both have a lot of fun and even fall on each other. Meanwhile, Dara picks up her makeup box and does Bima's makeup, and Bima is so funny. It is seen that Dara is cursing her after taking his selfie with her that what have you done? He forbids her to do everything, and that is why he tries to snatch her phone. But friends, Dara very clearly takes a selfie. She keeps protecting the phone from getting into his hands. Now what happens is that this snatch turns into such a thing that they both come closer to each other without even realizing it, and as they come closer, they have a physical relationship. After leaving, when they regain consciousness, R.A. warns Bima, look, whatever has happened, but now do not tell anything about this to anyone, because if this thing comes to know to anyone outside, then both of them will get a lot of disgrace. All joke, it is possible that we may even be expelled from school. If Bima works wisely, he does not mention this to anyone. Now as days pass, friends, both of them, become normal, as if there is never any difference between them. Nothing like this happened like before. They have fun with each other and also start hanging out with friends, but everything does not remain normal for long. One night when both of them are having dinner with their friends, suddenly Tara starts vomiting. She gets up from the dinner table and runs away to an empty place a short distance away and vomits. Seeing all this, Bima's condition worsens and she is worried that something might go wrong. He gives her water to drink, and when she feels a little better, he also drops her home. There, Bima meets Dara's mother. Bima tells them that actually during the dinner, she felt faint and there must have been something in the food. That is why she came, and friends, his mother also thinks that perhaps his health has deteriorated due to the food. So after staying there for some time, Bima asks her permission to go down. But friends, seeing his demeanor and the way he is speaking, Dara his mother suspects something and asks Dara if she is dating Bima. Dara casually says no, he is my only friend. Now friends, when Dadhara comes inside the house, she misses Bima and looks at her younger brother. She does some strange things with her sister. Her sister thinks that maybe Era is having her periods. That is why she is doing this. But then Dara remembers that she has not had periods this month, and now her mind is wandering why the periods haven't come. She doubts whether she is pregnant or not, and she gets nervous thinking about this. Her condition worsens. Then to clear her doubt, she does a pregnancy test. Now she goes to the bathroom and does the pregnancy test through urine sample. It is positive. Friends, it means that she is going to become a mother, and from here the story takes a new twist. Friends, stay tuned. R.A. is only 16 years old. She has not even completed her studies yet. She still has to make her future and her dreams. She gets upset, thinking that we made a big mistake that day by staying together and friends. When she meets Bima that evening, she tells him that I am pregnant. Just hearing this, Bima gets such a shock. It's like he never thought about 440 volts. Now he doesn't understand what to do. Both of them are 16 years old and already have a child. And when he doesn't think of any way out, he starts cutting himself off from Dara. That is, he stops meeting her. He avoids her even in school. Friends, it is not that he was doing this only after seeing Dara. He had also started staying silent and isolated from everyone at home. Many times he even starts crying without any reason. Seeing this, his mother was shocked. She suspects that maybe he is not taking drugs. She also gets worried for her child, and finally she asks him, what happened to you, son? Isn't your heart broken? Otherwise, instead of answering, he would cry. Now Bima's father takes up the responsibility of knowing his heart's feelings. He goes to his room and asks him lovingly what has happened to his son. Bima is unable to lie to him. Friends, he tells them all the stories that happened between him and Tara. He tells him like this that he feels that maybe his father will scold him after hearing all this, but he does not do anything like that. He consoles Bima by placing his hand on his shoulder and then explains to him that, son, you are not doing the right thing by avoiding Dara. He must be feeling hurt. Do one thing. Right now, go and apologize to Dara. You friends? Bima also agrees to his words without any argument and immediately quickly takes a scooter and reaches Dara's house to meet him. There, he apologizes to Dara and tells her that asked to get abortion done. He says, "Look, this is good for us and everyone, but friends," before saying anything further, Dara closes the gate and goes away. The next day, Bhima is sitting with some boys outside his locality. There suddenly he meets some of them. When he asks for the address of the abortion clinic, both his friends look at him with narrow eyes and say, "Brother, what went wrong or something?" But he controls the matter and says, No, I have to do a school project for which I need someone. Brother, I have to visit the abortion clinic. That's why I am asking." The next day, Bhima meets Dara, and after convincing her, he brings her to the abortion clinic with him. But seeing the atmosphere there, Dara is unable to stand there even for a while. Bhima immediately runs away after him. When he goes back, she flatly refuses him. See, we should not drop this child. And when Bhima tries to put pressure on her, she places Bhima's hand on her stomach and says, "Feel it." Friends, there is movement in her stomach. It happens so quickly, and now Bhima also feels an inclination towards the child. So both of them decide that they will not kill the child anymore. And along with this, they both also decide that they will keep this a secret till they graduate. But now, the question that arises that after a few days, Dara's belly will start becoming visible, which means, then how will they be able to keep this a secret? For this, friends, Bhima comes up with a great idea. She buys a long skirt for Dara from the market. Dara tries it on in her room, and both of them become sure that now no one will know about Dara's pregnancy. Meanwhile, Bhima asks Dara that, "Listen, what if the family members come to know about this pregnancy?" On this, friends, Dara says with confidence, "Hey, my family members are very good. They will forgive me." Now both of them start talking about their dreams and future plans. Insurance is not clear yet, friends, but Dara's dreams are very high. She gets high and says that she wants to go to Korea University to study further. Then Bhima says that, "Hey, don't worry. I am there. I will fulfill all your dreams." But friends, all his planning to keep Dara's pregnancy secret fails the very next day. Actually, the next day, Dara is sitting in the school ground thinking about herself and the child. Then a football comes and hits her on the head, and she remains there unconscious. Bhima standing at a distance and seeing this comes to her and tries to pick her up. If he tries, the school staff is also there to help him. Bhima comes and asks her, "Are you okay?" But Dara is more worried about her child than herself, and she accidentally mentions this worry. Friends, there it is, just as if the words come out of Dara's mouth. Bhima's face, it is worth seeing, but now the arrow has left the bow. Everyone gets shocked after hearing the words of Dara about his child, and this news spreads like wildfire in the school. From the principal to the staff and students, everyone comes to know that Dara is pregnant. So now Dara is picked up and brought to the first room. The principal is shocked by Dara's revelation. He calls both of their parents to his office. There, Dara's father is absolutely furious after seeing Bhima. They hold him by the collar and threaten him, and also ask Dara whether this Bhima has forced himself on you. Dara remains sitting with her head bowed, and then Bhima comes forward and tells her father that I will take care of Dara and will send him to school. After this is over, I will marry him also. Hearing his words, even Dara's mother's temper becomes high. She scolds him, friends, and now she does not even want to see Dara's face, and walks away angrily without taking him along. Poor Dara goes now. She has no place to live. So she goes to Bhima's house with him. Bhima's house is a very narrow place in the locality where he lives. Mostly poor families live in Bhima's house. The financial condition of the family is also not good, and Dara had not seen such an environment since childhood. She grew up in a very rich family, hence she feels a bit uncomfortable there. Now at night, friends and the family watch both of them. There is no discussion about it. Both of them go to sleep after having food. The next morning, she goes to the doctor regarding insurance. There the doctor tells her about the risk of teenage pregnancy and also advises both of them to sleep separately. In fact, now any kind of carelessness could have increased the complications of Dara's pregnancy. On the other hand, Dara's parents were completely restless without him. They never left Dara like this. They were missing him a lot. Ultimately, they would reach Bama's house and bring him with them. Just then on the way, when Dara's mother's eyes fall on Dara sitting in the back seat of the car, she realizes that Dara is still a child. Hence, she becomes more worried about Dara. Friends, when Dara reaches home, her younger sister now, she tells Dara's sisters that after you left home, Uncle and Aunt had come and they want to adopt your baby. Mom and Dad are also ready for this because they feel that. Friends, Nara gets very angry after hearing this, that you are still young and will not be able to handle the child. She argues with her mother and does not want to give her child to anyone else at any cost. This news reaches Bhima's family that Ra's mom and dad want to give his and Bhima's child to Dara's aunt and uncle. Then friends, Bhima's family also becomes very worried about what to do. They want to keep that child themselves because after all he is only Dara's child. Not only is there no child, Bima also has equal rights on it. There's a discussion going on between them regarding the child. Then Bama's elder sister also comes there. She also comes to know about Bima's scandal, and she cries and confronts Bima. She says what has this idiot done and also hits him with her bag. Friends, meanwhile, Bima's family decides that they will go to Dara's house and talk to the parents to keep the child. And the next morning, Bima will and his entire family gets ready and goes to Dara's place. But Dara's mom doesn't even like Bima or the looks of his family. She wants to leave quickly to avoid them, but when Dara helps them, they have to stay. Friends, finally here both the families discuss about Dara and Bima, and they see their marriage as the only solution to the problem. So the solution is accepted by everyone. Bima and Dara get married in the presence of both the families, and now they are legally husband and wife. After marriage, Bima now starts living in Dara's house. He does it because Dara is not comfortable in his house. They both sit in their room the whole day and talk only about their future. Dara's father does not trust Bima. He is afraid that Bima tries to get close to Dara at night, so they invite him to sleep on the ground floor. Now as the day passes, Dara needs rest, and seeing this, she decides to stay at home instead of going to school, and Bima has to go to school alone. It seems that in the meantime, he had started working as a waiter in Dara's father's restaurant to earn money. But the amount he was earning was not enough, so instead of going for it, he started working here and there. One day, Dara came to know about this. It is learned that Bima is skipping school, and when Dara asks Bima the reason for this, he clearly tells her that earning money is more important than studies. I have to buy a big house after earning money, and on this issue, both of them fight, because the thinking of both of them is very different, where Sarah is serious about her studies, whereas Bima has left school to earn some money. Dara gets disappointed, and comes down and sits with her mom. Now she is disappointed with Bima, who goes downstairs. Friends, she came to call him. She goes with her friends where they also go out and spend good time, and now gradually what happens is that her thinking changes. She feels that more than anything else, your life is important. Everything else is secondary. As the days pass, many changes take place in Sarah's body, due to which she is having mood swings, due to which Dara remains very sad. She tells her mother about this. I am also facing this problem. Both the families together take Dara to the doctor for checkup. And even after the checkup, the doctor says yes, all the reports of Dara are normal, and the child growing inside Dara is a boy. Also, friends, she also writes some prescriptions and some instructions for Dara. Meanwhile, Dara's uncle and aunt are about to come to her house because Dara's delivery is very near, and Dara also knows this. Friends, she meets Vima, and she says now we have to decide whether to give this child to uncle and aunt or not. Soon uncle and aunt also come home. They all sit in the drawing room and talk about the child. Now, Bima wants to keep his child with himself, while Dara is not ready for this. She wants to give him to her uncle and aunt. Not only this, friends, now she also wants to divorce Bima so that the child and Bima do not become a hindrance in her career, and she can go to Korea for her further studies. It is quite a shock for Bima to hear this, but he does not show how angry and sad he is. After a lot of thinking, Tara and her family decide that it would be better to give the child to uncle and aunt. But Bima, he sticks to his word and tries to convince Dara to understand what he is saying. He requests her many times to see, don't do this. After all, Dara gets upset due to Bima's repeated pressurizing, so she tells her mother, hey, I will not give this child to uncle and auntie and friends. Now the day also comes when Dara is delivered. She gives birth to a good boy, but with the birth of the child, Dara also faces some complications due to which she has to undergo operation. In the last scene of the film, Dara's family is shown as the guardian of the child, Bima and his family. Dara divorces Bima and goes to Korea for further studies. She goes away, although tears can be clearly seen in her eyes while going in the car. Friends, this movie, released in 2019, is loved because of its bold subject. It was liked a lot. By the way, what do you think? Did Dara take the right decision? Did he keep the child and say that the decision of insurance was absolutely right? Tell me by commenting, because you are smart. Rest will meet you in the next video. Take care. Up. And finally, thanks for watching.